What a way to tell the story. My goodness. It holds your interest, you know?
It's not 3 Röntgen. It's 15,000.
Comrade Savina.
What does that number mean?
It means the core is open.
Means the fire we're watching with our own eyes is giving off nearly twice the radiation released by the bomb in Hiroshima.
How do we put it out?
Solutions, buddy.
You are dealing with something that has never occurred on this planet before.
Where are you going?
Going to get you 5,000 tons of sand and boron.
If they had known this earlier, the solution would still be the same, right?
Still the same.
Yeah. They could have just started taking action a little longer. I mean, a little sooner.
Yeah, but the damage, just
It's
from the
the
hour.
same. Yeah, it's still, yeah. I wonder what the boron and sand remedy is going to create, because he said that's going to create his own set of problems. I mean, just the stress and the dread and just... I wish they'd tell us what happened, how this happened.
30 hours after the explosion. He went in.
Why did he go in? I'm sure they prepped him beforehand. Why did he just go straight in? Could he not help it?
I don't know, but he about to die.
Yeah.
You talking when he said 300 million bullets going
I mean,
through him?
seriously.
They're gonna die almost instantly.
Yeah.
Look what the radiation did to the plane.
Yeah. Like, why would you go through that? Like, I don't even understand. Unless they were just sucked in and they couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have any control.
What do I tell the others?
Send the next one in.
It's so sad, man.
Okay.
Need to get some of the best brains on this. Try to figure something else out if this is not working. It's silicon.
They're dropping sand and boron on the
Yeah,
fire.
silicon dioxide.
That's what I would do.
Where are you going?
Chernobyl.
Okay.
Somebody needs to help.
Come save us from ourselves.
They need other ideas.
Right.
It's been smooth. A nuclear plant in Sweden has detected radiation
In Sweden.
and identified it as a byproduct of our fuel.
In Sweden.
The Americans took satellite photos.
They
The
know.
whole world knows.
Yeah, the whole world's gonna know.
Yeah.
Evacuate the town, man.
Okay, look, you got the kids just hanging out.
Yep.
And all the way in Germany, they're like,
Look what you're doing to your own people.
kids can't even go outside. Yeah.
Look how close they are to that.
I mean, come on. Come on. You know, the cat's out of the bag. Everybody
There has been
knows.
a nuclear accident in the Soviet Union, and the Soviets have admitted that it happened.
Like, we're getting out of here.
Okay.
Unless they want you, somebody else said it. You ain't gotta evacuate us now. We just gonna leave. Look at the buses. It's
You just
time
gotta leave everything
to
behind.
Evacuate. Get out of town. Now you do it after the world knows. When you knew right away.
Right. Yeah.
That's how much more exposure they've gotten.
Mm-hmm.
You know some people don't refuse to leave though, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Life can really put us in some really harsh circumstances, huh? What in the world? And they're not even at fault. They just completely innocent people who've just been displaced and been exposed to toxic radiation levels. Like, what the hell? I'm just minding my business.
Wait, wasn't he the guy that said we should stay?
Yeah, I'm about to say. Wasn't he the head of the...
Yeah. He was in the
Come
meeting
on,
saying
was that really
the
him?
Scientists, you believe them and blah, blah, blah. Like, dude. They stood up and clapped for him, remember? Like,
Yeah.
No, you don't have a month. You have approximately 2 days. Yes. The fuel would take a month to reach the concrete pad here First, it's going to burn through the biological shield here by Tuesday. And when it does, it's going to hit these tanks.
Tanks are nearly empty.
No, they were nearly empty. Each of these points, here, here, and here, all drain to the bubbler pools.
Tanks are full.
Oh, see, he
Tanks are full.
didn't know. Did this make it worse? Dang. You tried. I'm glad she caught that. I hope they caught it in time.
I have 10 minutes. Then I'm back on the phone, apologizing to our friends, apologizing to our enemies. Our power comes from the perception of our power.
In fact, the temperature will likely rise as a result of the blanket of sand we dropped. The uranium will melt the sand, creating a kind of lava, which will begin to melt down through the shield below.
You've made lava.
Yes.
I anticipated this. This is Ulana Khomyuk of the Belarusian Institute. Thanks to her insight, we are now aware that the tanks are, in fact, full.
Of water. Yeah, why is that a problem, Professor?
Everything within a 30-kilometer radius will be completely destroyed, including the 3 remaining reactors at Chernobyl. The entirety of the radioactive material in all of the cores will be ejected at force and dispersed by a massive shockwave, and likely be fatal to the entire population of Kiev.
Are you kidding?
As well as a portion of Minsk.
This was
The release of radiation will be severe.
Any good news?
so what we tried to do
What do
as
you
a
mean,
solution wound up being
impact?
worse.
For my...
What's the solution?
But we may have a solution.
Okay, good.
We can pump the water from the tanks. Unfortunately, the tanks are sealed shut by a sluice gate, and the gate can only be opened manually.
They'll likely be dead in a week.
We're asking for your permission to kill 3 men.
Without telling them? They can't volunteer?
All victories inevitably come at a cost.
This is just unbelievable.
Why should we do this? For what, 400 rubles?
Right, okay? It's so insulting.
You'll do it because it must be done.
Well, then tell them.
If you don't,
Yeah, what's at stake?
millions will die. If you tell me that's not enough, I won't believe you.
Everybody in there gonna die within 5 years.
We got our volunteers, right? Yeah, that's true.
You know, get 5 more years though.
Right.
These people dying within a week.
Yeah. I hope they make it more comfortable for them.
Yeah, why they dying?
Like, can they even make it to where they need to go? Because it seemed like a long trip, you know? And they're moving so slow, they don't know where to go.
I don't know, but I think that blowing,
Yeah.
that's from the reactor. Where that water's being pushed through.
I saw that, yeah.
That's the radiation. If the light's going out,
Well, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, you can't send another team in. Just keep sending the team in to do the same thing and get the same results. Like, we don't have anything to go on because they couldn't report anything. Dang.
that's how this episode gonna end.
Right.
Just like that. Like, yeah, you knew that was the end.
That was so
That's crazy.
hopeless. It seems hopeless. Okay, you guys, that was the end of the episode. Let me say this. The writing is so good and the acting is just phenomenal. Because I'm forgetting that I'm watching something. Like, I feel like I'm a part of it, and it's so good and it's so real and believable, right? And it I don't know if I've watched anything with this level of just absolute doom and gloom. Like, how do we make it out of this?
And it adds to it that this is something that actually happened. Now,
Right.
How close they're staying to what
happened?
and
Yeah.
How much of this is conjecture because you don't get to talk to the people that died. But
Right.
some written, a written account of who people
Right.
survived for the first
Exactly.
few years.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right, the acting and just the tension you feel.
The tension,
with
yes,
the way this is
yes.
going on.
Oh man,
It's it's tough, but that's palpable. That's what they say. Like
it is palpable because it's it does. Like you said, the fact that this is something that really happened, it just adds a whole nother layer of just. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, it's.
It's.
Anyway, but just the realization at the beginning of the episode, the guy was like, "Let's go over it. I'm gonna shoot you in the head." And the guy's like, "If you go over there, we're gonna
Wait,
die
was that
with
this
you.
episode? Oh,
You'll be wishing for a bullet." It's like,
right,
that was
exactly,
like,
yeah,
See,
yeah.
I'm gonna be court-martialed. I'm good with that.
I mean,
Like,
and good on him for being able to recognize that just on sight that it was graphite and because they would have died and then what, right?
He was explaining everything.
I mean, now granted his solution did wind up putting us in a whole nother situation, but what can you do? Like, he didn't know. Like you said, he's like, I didn't know that those tanks were full, so what can you do?
Didn't know they had water in the tank.
Yeah.
So it's just, he had to do it based on the knowledge he had. So
It's just
but my thing when this was happening, I'm like, what did I say? Get a team together to figure this out. But they didn't want nobody else to know.
they didn't.
So
And
they relied on
they
him.
didn't even and they were concerned about media. They were concerned about
It was gonna
the
happen.
other countries finding
It
out
was gonna happen.
because
I mean, she got radiation. Just her friend coming in the morning, like, whoa, what?
right, and she figured that out
Why is
quickly.
this going on? Yeah.
She figured it out quickly,
and it wasn't even the closest one to them.
so she was like, "Look, I know. All right, let's start there, and let's get this under wraps." So I just don't know how it's going to move forward because that team is gone, and we don't have any type of information to go on about the next trial. How can we move past this if we don't know what happened, what they faced? Because the next team is just going to face the same exact thing. So I'm hoping that they can just come up with some assumptions like, well, maybe this happened and maybe if you try this, I don't know. We do know that the situation is over, but how does it get to that point?
Yeah. How did they go from this point now? And what else? Because just because of the sand and the boron, he said it could cause more problems. That doesn't mean even if once they do this, it's over.
Right, it doesn't.
There's still some backlash, probably from other countries. How did you let this happen?
Yes.
There goes the
right.
image of the
right.
Russia.
Yeah. And like I was saying through the in the episode, it's just so heartbreaking that these innocent people, you just living your life, and then it's like life just throws you this level of a curveball where.
See COVID.
Yeah. Oh man.
Just minding your own
Dang.
business.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And so it's like, I don't know, just the level of suffering a lot of us have to endure for, due to outside circumstances. I mean, being completely displaced in this way is just terrifying.
Some things out of your control.
But like, this stuff can still happen. That's why I want to know what happened to this nuclear reactor. Like, what? Because they keep saying that should not happen. What you're saying is impossible. So what happened? So, because I'm like, is this, can this still happen? What is happening? So I'm ready for that part. But okay, we got 3 more episodes left before this is all wrapped up. All right, you guys. Did you have anything else to add on this one, Agent X?
See you on the flip side.
All right, you guys. See you on the flip side. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, then please do not hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Every gesture of support helps us out here on YouTube, okay? All right, you guys. Until next time, let's flow.